Hey, welcome to the week one update. So I'm going to go through exactly what I did for the past week, and then I'm going to give you the numbers. And this is kind of how this is going to go for the entire thing, I guess. So let's dive in. So last Friday, I basically created a video announcing the challenge, and then I posted on YouTube. But I went away for the weekend, so I didn't really get started till Monday, June 12th. And on that day, first thing I did was create my first listing. You have to have that in place before you open your shop, or your shop will probably get banned. Then I came up with a shop name. I used ChatGPT for this, and I just basically typed in, can you give me, I'm going to open up an Etsy shop in this niche. Can you give me 10 possible shop names for that that are unique and easy to remember? And it gave me a list, and then I went through that list and I shortlisted it, and then I kind of did like a trademark search for the shop name, because you have to do that. And then I typed it into Google to make sure that I could own the Google results for this. And then I looked at like Facebook and Pinterest and all the other social media accounts like Instagram, and I made sure that that handle was available for my shop. That way, if somebody ever lands on my shop and they're like, oh, let me go to Google and kind of research this, then I'm going to own the results. And that's important. So for example, if you open up like Smith's shop or something like that, some generic name, and somebody goes and types it in, they're not going to be able to find you. And that's going to lower your credibility and your trust. So I always want to make sure that I can own the entire, all the assets on the internet, basically. Then once I did that, I got a gmail.com address for it, and I actually had to use another number because apparently I have too many gmail.com emails attached to my phone number. But anyway, so then I opened the shop, I created a banner, and I used Canva for that. And Canva is apparently, it's not like high quality. Like, it seems to have gone down significantly in the DPI. So I got to figure that out. It looks like it's like 10 DPI. It looks very pixely. If anybody knows why Canva does that, when you create an Etsy shop banner in Canva, download it and then put it on your shop and it looks like crap, let me know in the comments. Then I created my logo. I actually created one logo, didn't like it, so I created a second one. I did that in Canva, super easy to do. Then I went and created the About Us story with ChatGPT as well. Because I'm not really a writer, so I just told it what I wanted, and it spit out like a very nice whole like About Us thing with a little backstory and everything, which was wonderful. Then I went and I created 4 images. I know you're allowed 5 in that like About Us section of the Etsy shop, and those images like rotate across the screen when people are looking at it. I think it just fills it out nicely. Then I went and created 2 more listings using the first one as a template. And on Monday, I said I'm going to turn on ads when I have more listings. So on Monday, total listings were 3. Tuesday, I went in, I created 7 new listings. One is an experiment that I actually ended up creating a second experiment yesterday as well with this. And I'm running ads to this experiment to see if it's going to work. And I spent around 3 hours on the shop creating listings and tidying things up. Then I started Etsy ads for $1 a day on one of the new product listings. Honestly, it didn't really do much, but I fixed that later. So total listings, now I'm up to 10, still no sales. Wednesday, I went and created 12 new listings, spent about an hour on the shop. I had like 2 visits from Etsy ads so far. I don't know why I was excited about that, but good enough. Still no sales, total listings 22, but I mean, that's day 3 with 22 listings. I'm probably not even indexed by Etsy at this point. It takes a little bit of time to do that. And then Thursday, what I did was I created another new listing, which is like kind of a big experimental one. It was a big bundle. It took me about an hour and a half to create it. Now I'm at, according to it's weird because when you go to your stats on Etsy, the stats page, like the dashboard, shows visits, but it's different from what you see inside the ads. Like the ads manager kind of little screen. So the screen on the ads manager showed 181 visits, 3 clicks from Etsy ads so far. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to increase that budget to $2 per day. I'm going to run it to 2 listings, no sales, total listings 23. So I'm currently at no sales, 23 listings, but I'm going to show you kind of how I'm tracking it. I'm not just writing a diary, but I'm also, oops, wrong one. By the way, that's my group coaching program. Where am I? Here. So this is my tracking sheet. So I have my Google Doc where I document everything I do, kind of like a journal. And then I have my Excel tracking sheet where I'm gonna have like the numbers. And this will allow me to keep track of where I'm at, and I can look back and say, am I doing well? What did I do? What did I change? And between this sheet and the Google Doc, I can then tie together, exactly when did it hit the tipping point? When did it start making a lot of good money? What did I do at that time? What was I thinking? Going back, and I think this is a good way to do it. So it goes like this. It goes by the week. So I got week 1, and then I'll put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way down. So I started on June 12th, 2023, ended June 15th. I was at 23 listings. So I did a listings per day kind of thing, which is just short of 6 per day, which is pretty good. I mean, if you're getting a listing or 2 or 3 up per day, that's pretty decent. View wise, I took the views off the main dashboard when you log in. And so I'm at 21 views, 5 visits. So I think visits are like people clicking on something. Views, I don't know what the difference is. I got to figure that out. I can't remember what it is. If anybody knows the difference between views and visits and why they don't match up between the main dashboard and the ads dashboard, let me know in the comments, because I'm going to figure it out, but I figure we've got a lot of pros on here too. Order wise, I'm at 0. Sales, I'm at 0. Fees, I'm at $7.29. So that's mainly my listing fees, because I don't have any processing fees or transaction fees or anything else like that. Marketing wise, that's $1.34. That's on Etsy ads. I think my shop is in US, and then it's converting it to Canadian. So all these numbers are in Canadian. And my net profit, drum roll please, negative $8.63. But that's fine. I just started the thing. That's only 4 days in. So then I have, at the bottom, you can see I got weekly, then I have all time. So what I'll do on this page, on this sheet, is I'll put the week again, and then I'll put the all-time listings, and you'll see that number go up and up and up. And then the all-time views, which again I got from the main dashboard. And then the all-time visits, which again I got from the main dashboard. And then sales, fees, marketing, and profit. So each week I'll just add in all the previous weeks for this, so you can see the number going up and up and up over time, hopefully until I hit my goal. And then what I thought I put in for a sheet is the change. So from week to week. So week 1, the listing change, and then the views and visits and orders and sales and fees and marketing and net profit. So it'll just take how many listings I had the week before, divided by the next week, or the next week divided by the previous week. I can't remember. It'll just show the change week to week percentage wise. And this will give a good gauge of how my shop's doing, kind of give it a good indicator of the health of the shop mainly. And then finally, I did the big one, which is this page, which is just the week, the revenue, and the percentage of my goal. So my goal is 100,000. So right now I am at actually negative percent of my goal, because I'm down $8.63 for listing fees and some ad costs. But that's going to be my percentage of goal. So when my percentage of goal hits 100, I hit my goal, and the challenge is successful. Everybody celebrates, everybody's happy. It's all good times. But I'll tell you, when you're first starting out, and I was going to put this in the diary too, or in the journal. When you're first starting out with this stuff, it's hard because you have a lot of things going against you. There's competition, which is fierce and crazy on Etsy, as a lot of you know, especially people that are in the handmade world right now on Etsy. They're very upset because a lot of guys like me are coming in with digital and with artificial intelligence, and we're creating stores and we're competing with them, and we're basically getting the potential buyers' eyeballs on our shops instead of theirs. So competition is huge, and I can tell you when you first start an Etsy shop, there are I think probably 5 times in the past, like since I started this challenge, that I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna focus on what's working for me. I'm just gonna do that. The negative energy that you get and the mindset of this isn't gonna work. Why am I doing this? What am I? Why bother? There's so much competition, it'll never happen. I can't see myself ever succeeding. When you go into that negative spiral, it's horrible. So the way that I counter that is with my 2 kind of weapons here. I'm going to call them my journal and my sheet. So the sheet is all about the numbers, but the journal is kind of like, I can look back and say, okay, so I don't have any sales yet. I'm only 4 days in, but look what I've accomplished. Like, I have a brand new shop up and running. It looks very nice. All the mock-ups look really good. I've got kind of the flow going now. And I also know that the action that I take today is going to pay off down the road. So it probably won't pay off tomorrow, but it'll definitely pay off like a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. On Etsy, we have to remember that we're competing with like well-established behemoths of shops. But that's a good thing, because those shops that have kind of like blazed the trail for us, they've proven that it all works. And this leads me back to the main point of all of this, is Etsy takes time. If you think you can open up a shop and get instant sales and go like retire on the beach with your margaritas, it's not going to happen. It takes time, and a lot of time. And the reason that you go to like a Facebook group and you see so many people failing or saying I'm going to quit, or even in the Etsy community, you see people saying, yeah, I'm out of here. This is ridiculous. These fees are too high, all this stuff. They're quitting before they even really get started, because I know, like, I coach people on how to do Etsy and how to do Shopify and how to do print on demand and how to do digital. I mean, lately I've been leaning so hard into digital because I really, really like it as a business model. But I see so many people that come through even my programs and they're like this far from the finish line and they quit. Or they're so distracted with so many different other things and so many different other offers and so many different other coaching programs or courses or whatever it may be, that they get overwhelmed and then they freeze. They don't do anything, or they quit. So don't be that person. When things get tough, double down. Go even harder. That's what I'm going to do. That's what you're going to see in this challenge. So if I don't really expect to get sales right away, I mean, I'd love to, but I don't expect it. When the first sale comes in, I'm going to celebrate. You know, what will I do? I don't know. Take my family out for dinner. That'll be my celebration for getting my first sale on this challenge. And it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And it's just a matter of me kind of stepping up to the plate and taking a pitch. So if that's a good pitch, I can knock that thing right out of the park with a home run. But what if I just get the first? Or what if the pitcher walks me with 4 balls? I'm still on base. I'm still doing good. So I can talk more about the mindset side of this business because I've been doing this for so long. It's been like, man, over 16 years now since I've been sitting here at a computer in my home office making money online. So if you need help with any of that, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions, if you can decipher the total views, visits, and the difference between the dashboard and the ads manager for me, let me know in the comments. We will see you in the next update. And hopefully I got a sale in the next week, but who knows? If I don't, you think I'm going to quit? No way. I'm going to keep going. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.